How you doing today?
Hi.
Yeah, I'm just a journalist, and I'm doing a story, just doing a story on different entities, government buildings, that type of thing.
Okay.
Do you guys like do tours or anything like that, or?
I don't think so. I can take your information and give it to someone, and maybe they can give you a call, but we don't really do like tours of the office or anything.
Tours of the office? Oh, okay, okay. Sometimes, I know, like the Auditor General. I think that's what the person is called. I know, like for example, they do interviews on with like NTV, CBC, that type of thing occasionally,
Yeah,
right?
that's like a planned like media thing, right?
Oh, okay. So there's a process to get an interview like that, or?
But that's typically for a. Do you want to just hold on a minute? I'll talk to someone. Like I said, I don't think we can get you a tour, but just.
All right.
give me a
Okay.
minute, okay?
Okay. Hi, how you doing?
Hi, I'm Krista. How
Hi,
you doing?
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Yeah,
you.
I was just telling him that I'm just a journalist.
With what organization?
I'm independent.
Okay.
And so I do various stories.
Yep.
And one of the stories that I do is, it's like I was telling him, I do stories on different government offices.
Sure.
Right? Because, government, a lot of people are interested in government offices because, as you know, they're partially funded through taxpayers, right?
Well, fully, but yes.
Oh, okay, fully. And so ordinary people who are taxpayers, they like to watch these things because they want to make sure that their taxpayer money is going into the right places, or
Right.
they're curious as to where it's going, or what, how it's being spent or whatever, right?
Okay.
And that's exactly like this office is what the Auditor General does too, right?
We are the Auditor General.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I'm just saying that this office audits other entities to make sure that all of the different finances are being properly spent, or that type of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I just explained that right from the beginning, because sometimes people are interested into why I'm doing these stories, or that type of thing, right? So so I was wondering, sometimes I see the Auditor General doing interviews with like places like CBC, NTV, and that type of thing, right? There's probably a process to get
Yeah.
an interview like that, is there?
Yeah, I'm Krista Collins. You can find my name on the website. I'm the Media Relations Communications Manager. So you need to send a request to me.
Yeah.
And then we can see what exactly we need. We don't do office tours. That's not, we have folks working back there, so it's not either, it's one, there's a security issue, because I just met you, so I don't know who you are, and I'd need to vet you. So that's part of the process as well, and it would have to be on a particular topic. Like our office organization, it's actually really not interesting, but watching people at their desks
Yeah.
wouldn't be something that we would tour. We don't, we're not. It's like going into Confederation Building. Our folks, you could do an interview with the Auditor General, but our staff aren't to be watched. It's
Yeah.
not. It's just
Yeah.
it's not that interesting.
Yeah.
So you'd need to formally request that. So you can send me an email, and we'll see what's available in our schedule, and we can go from there.
Yeah. It's funny because I definitely would never want to broadcast confidential or private.
Well, that's part of the issue too.
Yeah,
that we
there,
wouldn't.
yeah, there would be private information or confidential information.
Yes.
I wouldn't want that to be broadcasted. although, you know, people love watching.
It's not up for, it
yeah,
wouldn't be,
yeah.
it's not, what we deal with is highly confidential. It's
Yeah.
not even available to the rest of government.
Yeah.
And that's part of our act. So it's not a, you know, a how it's made, it's not a Discovery Channel type situation.
Yeah.
We literally just have folks that are working. So to respect what they do and respect their privacy, we don't, it's never been actually offered or asked of us like that before.
Yeah.
So it's not, you know, Karen, me working at my desk is not that interesting. We're just
Although
normal.
sometimes people like seeing those things, though, right?
Yeah,
It's
again,
weird. It's weird. Like people
But
are
that's
interested
not-
in different things, right?
Well,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not what we would do or would offer up. It's for both the confidentiality of the information we deal with, and it's also for the confidentiality and privacy for staff.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's not an usual ask.
Yeah.
Talking with the Auditor General about the work that we do and how we audit, absolutely. You can send me that as a formal request, and we'll fit something in.
Yeah.
Depending on what you're working on, but an actual behind the scenes
Yeah.
office is.
Yeah,
is
that's
not-
fine. That's
yeah,
fine.
it's
Yeah.
not something we've done
Yeah.
in the past or
Yeah.
what we're going to do.
Yeah.
It's a total issue with the privacy and confidentiality of the information, which when we have people submit to us, the thing that we promise them is that it's taken into our secure custody. So it's not, and it's also the privacy of our staff.
Yeah.
So, if you want to drop me an email, I'm Krista Collins, ChrYstaCollins. It's just on the media relations part of the page. You can send me a request and we can go from there.
I just wanted to just make a couple just quick friendly points, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Because what I do is I like to also like educate people, or educate.
And so do we.
Yeah, educate the public. Yeah,
Yeah,
both
so do we.
ways, both
That's
ways,
part of my
right?
job.
And it's especially we're 2023, almost 2024.
Yep.
Things are always changing, you know, with everything, right? Technology
Yep.
and the way things are
So what
broadcast.
did you say your name was again?
I'm Danny.
Danny, okay.
Yeah.
What's your last name?
Can I just say my name is Danny for now? I don't want to.
It's really, really odd that a journalist wouldn't tell me their last name. Just
Well, yeah. Like I don't want to give out like too much information right now, but anyways, I'm just saying that.
You
like,
realize that's really bizarre. I've never had a journalist come to my office and not tell me their full name.
well, to each their own. I'm just saying that like every like government offices are public entities, right?
Yeah, and we're
So-
a stat office.
Yeah, so there's a difference between, for example, like public entity and private entity, right?
Absolutely.
So if I went to, for example, Walmart, that would be a private entity,
Yep.
right? And then, but if I went to, you know, the Confederation Building or
You still wouldn't get behind you wouldn't.
no,
get
oh,
right?
definitely, yeah.
The
But-
same way with our office.
Yeah, but if I went to, you know, like the courthouse, let's say, right?
Right.
Like there's because certain parts of it are public, like reporters have certain access to
Right.
the courts or whatever,
Yep.
like only certain parts, right?
Yeah, and
So
our
I'm,
office is the same way.
yeah.
It's not a public space.
I know, but like the office of the officer of the Auditor General, because it's funded by taxpayer money, it's considered in some part a public entity, right?
It's a stat office. We're a statutory office, yes.
Yeah. So So it's in some ways there's certain parts of it that are public, right?
Not in the way you mean. Not in it's not carte blanche to come in and come into our office.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that,
I'm not
definitely.
giving you permission. So how
Yeah.
about you send me an email?
Yeah.
Because I'm not actually comfortable with the way you're asking this. So you send me an email, put in a formal request. I want your whole name. I want your contact details because that's what a journalist would give me. And then I'll entertain what particular angle you're going to look at, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
No problem.
All right.
Okay, I just had a couple more points if you didn't mind.
Points in what you're going to write about or who you're going to write for?
No, I was just saying, like, you know, the whole point of me doing this, like, I'm not trying.
I'm not even sure what you're doing, so that's
Yeah.
what I'm uncomfortable with.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be like I'm not trying to criticize anybody or anything
That's-
like that. I'm just
I don't
saying.
mind criticism.
Yeah, I'm just saying that I'm just trying to do this really in a more friendly way as much as I can, right?
And again,
yeah.
that would come through a formal
Yeah.
request.
Yeah,
So
I guess I'm just saying that like different public offices, like whether I go to the courthouse or whatever, there's certain parts of it that are public, right? So the parts that are considered public, right? Those are the points that I like to do some journalistic work on. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm
very
doing.
interesting.
Yeah.
Send me a formal request and we'll take it from there.
All right, thanks a lot for your time. Have a nice day.
You too. Thank you. Oops, Karen, you got your.